While we were being cared for by my father, law enforcement officers knocked on our door, questioned my father, and arrested him. The picture of this vehicle driving away will be a memory that will remain with me forever. We watched my mother struggle to make ends meet. Every morning, we would get on the bus and head to an apartment complex where she would clean, and then we would head home. We were forced to go to work with her because she had no one to watch us. We spent holidays feeling incomplete and refused to open presents at Christmas without our father. During those crucial years of development, we knew but didn't understand why our father had been taken. As I transitioned from elementary school to middle school, I did not fit in well. I would sit period after period, day after day, sleeping or with a coloring book. I had never been so unhappy. My peers did not like me, and I was the target of serious bullying. I could not walk down a hall, sit in a classroom, or even go to the bathroom without being verbally abused and many times confronted physically. The administration would occasionally send me home in an effort to prevent these incidents. It felt like the entire school hated me. At the time, I kind of hated me too. I felt responsible and constantly questioned myself for being so undesirable. Margot Dover came into my life at a time when all I needed was a friend, someone on my team. We would meet once a week during my lunch hour, and that was enough to help me cope with the loneliness I had become accustomed to. It was enough for me to feel a sense of self-worth. After months of nothing but negative attention, someone was showing up once a week to spend a little time with me. Was I really worth it? That weekly visit proved I was. In fact, this change was so drastic that it even caused discomfort to those who knew me as Unhappy Zaira, otherwise known as Zaira before Margot. Let me give you an example. My first period of the day was math, and I was always so miserable and sad when I would come to school. So that is the Zaira that my math teacher knew. One day, because of the testing schedule, the school flipped the order of the classes, and I didn't go to math class until after lunch. Margot had come on that particular day. Those visits would always leave me so energized and joyful. I don't think my math teacher had ever even seen me smile. I came into the class probably skipping and spinning and singing, because the happiness those visits brought me was difficult for me to contain. I was working on a coloring book, and the next thing I knew, the school security officer was asking me to stand up and to go with him. So I did as I was told, incredibly confused. He took me to the principal's office. The principal closed the door and asked me, "What did you take during lunch?" "Did you go off with your friends and smoke something or ingest something?" I didn't even know how to respond. I asked him who had reported me doing any of that and told him I had been with my mentor at lunch. He then explained my teacher had called security to report that it appeared as if I was under the influence of something and that it more than likely had happened during lunch because I wasn't being myself. In other words, because I was happy. Having someone show up for you is a huge, huge deal. Margot wanted to hear about my family, my interests, my life. She asked me about my day or how things were going. I also remember there were plenty of times when I didn't feel like talking. And I can remember Margot accepting that and instead telling me about her life, her family, and what was going on at work. She would tell me about the project she was working on, and it made me feel important. She is a close friend, an incredible role model, and a phenomenal human being. I love her and can confidently say that she has inspired me to be better. She has inspired me to achieve the extraordinary because she herself is far from ordinary. 30 minutes, once a week, goes a long way for someone. Someone who might get lost in the system, or someone who knows nothing about how important they are as individuals and as human beings. You may not be able to do anything about the situations these children or young people encounter at home, in their schools, or in their communities. But you can offer them your time. And please believe me when I tell you that is enough to make a difference. Thank you, everyone.